Hello, my name's Thomas Howell. I'm doing my first interview on behalf of Newline Cage, fighting with permission of Keith No. Before we start, I want to say that my opinions do not reflect Newline Cage Fighting as a company, and they are completely of my own. The first person I'm interviewing is Jordan Patterson. He's coming off of a tough loss with Lucas Shafer. It's a bit of a controversial loss in ways. And I guess to start the interview off, I would like to get your point of view of the fight and maybe tell me what happened at the end. I was watching the replay back, and the commentator team said that you were out on your feet and stuff. And
I wasn't
uh,
out. And we all know I wasn't out.
whenever I was there, I was watching it from where the fighters come out at, and I personally thought it might have been an early stoppage.
Three seconds till a second. You don't think I could have wobbled to my corner and been good? You know what I mean? But we'll get
Yeah,
in. We'll get into why they did that to me.
yeah. Uh,
There's a reason why. We'll get there. Where you want me to start, big dog?
okay. I guess just start off with like the very beginning from, let's say, maybe a fight or two before yours. Like, what was your condition like going into the fight, and like what was your mental state like before you went in?
Going into Schaefer's fight.
Yes. Yeah, like let's say
I
a fight
mean,
before
I don't
yours.
know what I'm allowed to say on this, but to be honest, I thought I was gonna fuck him up.
Yeah.
And if I'm being truthfully honest, on the cards I was. Uh, it just so happened that I gained 31 pounds in 3.5 weeks for that fight and was not in shape. That day, uh, like like me and you, I've spoken to you about it before. We when we were all back with the medics, everybody there saw me getting a Zofran shot, a fucking needle this damn long, a Zofran
Yeah.
shot in my shoulder, and it spat blood all over the medic
Yeah.
because I couldn't eat or drink that day, so I was super dehydrated. So every time the cat touched me, I was seeing black, which he trains with Edward Petway. I went 3-2s with Petway, dropped Petway in 28 seconds in the first round.
Yeah.
Uh, for some reason they didn't call it a knockdown, but it's
Oh,
okay.
that
But
was
it's
a good fight. I watched it. I don't remember if I was there for it
that
live. I'm
was
pretty
that
sure I
was when I
was.
met that was when I met you when my team met your
Yeah.
team. That
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
that's probably something we should get into next. Yeah,
Yeah. Well.
um but no. I need to finish off on the Schaefer joint.
Yeah. Yeah.
If if we were to run that back and I was in proper shape and didn't gain 31 pounds in 3.5 weeks, respectfully, I love you, Lucas Shafer. You're a good guy. It wouldn't have went past 2.5 rounds. Uh,
I was
J-
thinking you looked kind of heavier. I thought you might have been fighting above your weight class, but I wasn't 100% sure about that at the time. I
I
remember you looked
weighed
like you had
in
gained.
at 168 for Petway.
Yeah.
2 months later, I weighed in at 198 for Schaefer.
Yeah. See, something that I
Here, Ashton, hurry up and get on the TV and then go back to the room. Say
Mhm.
hi, TV. Hi, TV. All right, go back
I
to the
bet.
room.
But something that I kind of wanted to touch up on earlier, but I sort of forgot, was just of all the people up there. Like I knew whenever the referee had called it, I knew that like I knew you didn't quit, and I knew that
Bro,
it
I
looked
was
like you
on
weren't
my
out.
feet. Yo. Okay. Anyways, what'd you say, brother?
I said that I was talking about how like you were in the corner, and I knew you as a person. You have determination and you have the heart, and you were still standing, and I knew that you hadn't quit, and I could tell that it didn't look like you were out. So I was wondering why the
I
referee
mean, and
stopped
you
you.
also know that I've had a stroke.
Yeah, me,
And
me
I
and you have
and I
talked about
still
that
fight.
before.
And I still fight. You know why? 'Cause
Determination.
I ain't no bitch. I ain't gonna live no scared life.
Yeah.
What's the sense? If that boy right there that I just put on the camera, that boy, that's why I do it. That's why I do
So
this.
like, can you mentioned just now, like we've talked about it before, obviously, but I don't know if it's been mentioned on camera or not. I haven't seen the past interviews you have done and stuff, but you mentioned having a stroke and stuff. So can you touch upon how that like impacted you as a fighter? Do you feel like it gave you more will of a fight, or did it make things harder for you, or like
Bruh,
what is how
the
does that
day I
impact?
had my stroke, and you know you're a little refurbish up on this because we've talked personally, but
Yeah.
like I said, my first night in there, I found out how they turned off the bed alarms, turned on and off the bed alarms. I was getting in the bathroom, shaving myself, cleaning myself, doing everything, and they caught me. I walked out with my walker. I didn't even need the walker. I needed it, but m- me being me, d- d- you know,
Yeah.
I don't want to talk myself. I don't like talking about myself like that. But I did look at them and tell them you ain't never had a stroke patient like me in your life. And the day after I had a stroke, literally yesterday, this side of my
Yeah.
body gone, didn't work. I went to sleep, said fuck it, let's see what happens in the morning. I woke up, I had feeling. I went to the bathroom, well, turn the bed alarm off because I watched how they
Yeah.
do it. Turn the bed alarm off so I don't get caught. Went to the bathroom, cleaned my own self off, and then I grabbed my walker and I started doing my own fucking laps around that hospital floor. You know what I mean? That's the type of guy I am.
Yeah.
That's called not a quitter.
And I'm even from when we first met, like whenever we briefly touched on it earlier, but the first time we met, I was cornering for a guy. I don't corner for him anymore, but I don't want to talk about that. But we were there,
I
and
remember, oh boy. Is that the one that I wrapped his hand or had my team wrap his hands?
yeah, it was I can't was I don't remember if it was 34 or 35. I think 34 was my
35.
first one.
It's
Okay, then
35.
it was my second time cornering for him, and really I didn't know what I was doing, and I was still very nervous to talk to people and ask for help and stuff. And
I was very anxious to help you out. I could tell that you were. But I think what you're doing right now suits you very well, and you're doing a very, very swell job.
yeah, I appreciate it. I like I said, I really care about just the new line community in general, but MMA as a whole. I know that I've only been at it for since 34 now, but I don't know. I've never felt more accepted and like I belong at a place, and I want to be involved as much as possible.
Yeah. No. For Keith to give you this opportunity, it's great opportunity, and in my opinion, well, before I go with my opinion, I'm very happy to be your first um interview.
Yeah, and I
I'm
appreciate you being willing to do it.
super happy, super happy. I was looking very forward to it, and I genuinely think you're gonna do well in this. You're
I
doing good,
appreciate it.
and I'm gonna keep my freaking grind going as well.
And I can't wait to be there for all your other fights and stuff. And
I think
like
me and
I
Keith actually just set one up a couple. Hold on, let me check my phone. Keith just called. I just called Keith. We just set one up around 5:59 for January. So you'll see me in
oh,
the
sweet.
octagon in January. I'm doing MMA.
Awesome. Do you want to set up like a pre-fight and a post-fight interview and stuff and get something going for that too?
I will gladly give you all of my pre and posts.
Hell yeah.
Uh,
Okay.
I will gladly give you my pre and posts.
I'm
You
very glad.
you are a you're one of my favorite and I want you to keep this in the video. You're one of my favorite interviewers that I've ever been interviewed by, and I've been interviewed by plenty.
Well, that means a lot to me.
You're doing a super great job. Keep it up, man.
Uh, so kind of to touch back up on the fight with Lucas Shafer, what happened in the last few moments when they said that you were out on your feet?
I
What
was
what
not out. I wasn't out. He caught me with a left. He caught me. I threw a left straight and it got stuck on his shoulder. It got stuck on his left shoulder, which is his
yeah.
weak side. And when I went to draw it back, it was caught on his body. Like my glove got caught on his shoulder, so I couldn't draw back fast. And he came with a boom, caught me with a proper hook straight. And then they said I
Yeah.
was out on my feet. Was I out on my feet? I'll tell you right now. No. If I was out on
See,
if I go out, I go down. And I've never went down.
yeah,
I've never
I
went
was
down.
I was watching me I was standing next to Jimmy and I was watching from where you walk out at and stuff and like whenever I seen him hit you, I was like, "Oh, damn, he's fucking rocked." And then I looked up and then
I
the
was
referee was
rocked.
calling
He
and
rocked me.
the referee was calling the fight off and I'm like, "What the fuck? I mean,
No,
is
no,
this an
no.
early stoppage?"
Bro, listen, I get it. It's the amateurs. Um, don't leave it to the refs. Don't leave it to the excuse me, judges. But at the same time, a minute 50 second, a minute 57.
I lost you
I'm
for a second. Can you
still
repeat
on
what you
my
said?
feet. I said a minute 57. I'm still on my feet, not asleep, literally able to jog around the whole. You saw me jog around the whole canvas, just like what the heck? What the heck? Like, but again, I lost. He won fair and square. So, uh, that's the way that ended. But if we ever ran that back, it would never look like that ever.
So like if let's say maybe in the future if he does ask you to run it back or if he does a public call out like
I think he knows better. I think he knows better.
it'll be interesting to see in a way. I kind of hope he does because I want to watch it get run back. I want to be there front row and I want to be there to record it. I want to see what happens if it goes all the way through and I don't know,
He's,
maybe they'll get a different referee this time.
if we fought again, he's going to sleep. Easy money. Now, Petway, that's a different story. My man's been working.
Oh yeah, I've seen most, if not, I didn't see his fight versus Malachi, but I've seen just about every one of his other fights too, and I can say he's honestly a pretty dedicated person too. I'm not sure if I've spoke to
Very
him
active
much or not.
fighter. I love Edward Petway. I love him to death. Uh, I keep up with him. My mom keeps up with his girlfriend, and I love Lucas Shafer as well. I just for me to stand in a ring and be stuck in a ring with a man like Lucas Shafer and my hand doesn't get raised does not sit well with me. And I'm sorry, Lucas, but this just what it is.
So just to kind of give credit to both of you guys, I've watched you both from your debuts and stuff, and I want to say you both have made pretty major improvements since your
He
debuts.
grew significantly between his kickboxing match
Yeah,
and our boxing match
and
because that was his last fight and because I fought Petway on that card
yeah,
and he got knocked out or TKO'd
yeah,
and that's why you saw me going to his body so much
yeah,
in our boxing match because I realized his body's weak. But end of the round, he caught me with that hook across the nose. And if you go watch it back, I checked for blood. I look down, check for blood, and he goes
yeah,
boom, boom. And then the refs say I'm out on my feet. I wasn't out, man. I'm telling you. But I get it. It's the amateurs. And I had that Zofran shot earlier in the day because I was nauseous and couldn't eat or drink all day. So I was seeing black every time he tapped me. So
yeah,
it's just it was one of those bad sometimes it's part of the game, and I'm glad it's amateurs. It was one of those bad nights. You know what I mean? It was
yeah,
just nothing went right. Nothing went right. I mean, the whole first round, I think you can attest for this. I clearly won
yeah,
until the last 3 seconds. Uh, just the the nauseousness and the Zofran shot, like no water, no food all day. I couldn't stomach anything, throwing up. I still went out there. I told Keith earlier on the phone, I was like, bro, I was considering pulling out of the fight, but I'm not that guy. I ain't pulling out of nothing. No, I'm not that guy. I'm not pulling out of nothing. He sends someone my way, I'll fight him. I fought Lincoln Davis from Hybrid.
Yeah.
One of the best gyms in Lexington, Kentucky, if not the best.
Oh yeah, hybrid is
Knew
definitely good.
knew nothing about him. I've never been knocked out properly in my life until that day. Do I care? No. Experience.
My
Um,
first fighter, he lost to a guy from hybrid, and it demotivated him pretty bad. But the one thing that I told him, there's absolutely no shame in losing to anybody like
yeah.
him because they train so hard.
No, they're animals over at Hybrid, brother. They're animals. And I'll tell you what, Roman's gym,
Yeah,
um, they're pretty pretty swell as well. And also, I have to say this: is there any questions you have for me before? Because I have something I need to end with.
um, so I guess one main question I could have is, well, to people that suffer, maybe not even just from physical illnesses
Okay.
similar to yours and stuff, but maybe to people that have mental illness as well, or just feel like they wouldn't make it in a ring.
So as far as my comeback from the stroke or anybody that's struggling with anything,
Yeah,
especially men, in my
yeah,
from my point of view, especially men, to
yeah,
speak up. Speak up, talk to somebody. Talk to somebody. For two, don't be soft. You can do it. You got
yeah,
it. You know what I mean? For three, wake up every day. I do this. Every day when you wake up in the mirror, go to the bathroom, look in the mirror before you brush your teeth. Don't say I can, I want to, this and that. You say, I'm going to be the greatest. I'm
yes,
going to do the best. Manifest this shit.
yes.
Don't pitter patter. Don't beat around the bush. That's what I got.
And you can always find strength through God too. With God, you can do anything.
Without God, I wouldn't be here right now. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
That's up with all of us too.
Yep. I got baptized May 27th, 2025.
I got baptized last year, and I'm also ordained. I baptized one person as well.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Well, shit, man. I mean, great interview. You got anything else for me?
Not that I can think of right off. Do you have any shout outs or anything like that to anyone at all you want to give before we close it off? And maybe it's to
Oh
the
no, I
fit.
did have something I wanted to say. So I had a little bit of beef with Zane Fry prior to my last fucking iPad. Motherfucker. Sorry.
Yes.
I had a little bit of beef with Zane Fry before my last fight, and then he ended up doing commentary for my last fight. He has me blocked on everything, but I just want to say to Zane Fry, thank you for the beautiful commentary and not being judgmental and just keep being you. I feel like we're kind of on similar paths and you're doing quite well for yourself. If you ever feel like it, reach out to me. I'd love to have a talk with you, man to man. And genuinely I apologize for all the things I've said about you. After that commentary, after from my last fight, you've gained all my respect.
I've spoke to Zane. He helped me. He cornered with me through with Jimmy, and I can say that if he sees this, I think that he would be willing to talk to you and stuff. He helped me with Jimmy and cornering and stuff. I think he's got a personality to say the least, but he's a good guy when it comes down to it.
No, it wasn't even all about that. It was just that don't make a post and say that I'm easy money. I'm not easy money, bro. But you know what I mean. But yeah,
Yeah,
no. His comment, bro. I can't. Man, I might love the cat now after that commentary. That was beautiful. You
yeah.
know.
It's
So
good that you
so
can settle it
if
like that.
there's anything that I want out of this, I want him to see that for sure. And the rest, Lucas, I'm sorry if you take it the wrong way. Pet way, I love you. Uh Keith, send me whoever, baby. You know I always say yes.
Before we close out, I want to say thank you for the patience that you've given me with the first time we did this messing up and being willing to be my first interviewee. And also thank you to Keith for giving me the opportunity. I hope that he likes the interview. I hope that he sees the potential in me, and I hope that I get to interview more people and hopefully have a successful run at this.
Well, if I could give some feedback at the end, I'd say that out of all the interviews that I've had, this is the most personable. This is the most non-scripted. This is the most comfortable. Um, I think Keith would do right by sticking by you. So that's what I got for you.
I appreciate it. I guess that's it. Any closing statements? Do you want to say anything to anyone?
I love you, Keith. I love fighting for you. Uh, I know we're working on January. We'll talk tomorrow.
Yeah.
You brother.
Thank you, man.
I'll
I
probably
appreciate it.
talk to you tomorrow as well at some point
Hell
on
yeah.
Messenger. But let's get out of here, big dog.
All right. Thank you.